Okay, so hey everyone, how's it going? Mario FM110 here, and we got something else going on with the keycard situation for the Switch 2. You know, the lovely Switch 2, be the first to know, all that stuff. Well, I'm gonna make sure that you guys know about this. I want to report on this. Apparently, what's happening right now is that Nintendo is sending out a survey to people in Japan. I feel like that we can just look at them and, gauge our thoughts and see what we think about it. Now, at first, you might be thinking to yourself, oh yes, Nintendo's sending out a survey for this stuff. Oh, we can finally voice our opinions. Well, number one, it's Japan only right now. I don't know if they're going to send out these surveys in other parts of the world or not. And even if they do, I'm not sure if it's going to be something that we are happy with, and I'll explain in just a moment. But yeah, we're going to actually have a look at these surveys together, and let's see what we think. Alright, so let me just pull up this survey here. So in this survey, there are a total of 3 different questions that they ask. I'm pretty sure that this is translated properly. I'm pretty sure that these are what the questions are. But, looking at it at face value at the very least, we can just entertain it to some extent, right? We can still do that. Yeah, so this survey is comprised of 3 different questions, and we're going to take a look at all of them today. All right, so the first question here is, prior to this survey, were you aware that there is a type of game card called Game Key Card among the different types of Nintendo Switch 2 physical releases? A, I own game key cards. B, I don't own game key cards, but I am aware of them. Or C, I didn't know about game key cards. Okay. So obviously you know what my answer is. Of course, that's a no-brainer. My answer would be, well, there it is, B. I don't own game key cards, but I am aware of them. So yeah, they're basically just asking you, were you aware of the existence of these things prior to the survey? And B would be my answer. So that's a pretty simple one overall. So let's get the second question loaded up here. All right. Okay, so here's the second question on this game keycard survey. Are you aware of these particular features about game keycards? Please tick everything that you know. After downloading the game data, you can start the game even without connecting to the internet. You are required to connect to the internet to download the game data when you insert and use a new game keycard for the first time. In order to download the game data, you need free memory space on a microSD express card or the internal storage. You can also download game data on another system by simply inserting the game keycard. You are required to have the game keycard inserted in the system in order to start and play the game, or F, I don't know any of them. So for me personally, I did know about all of these. I know about all these features, which is, that's why I have an answer on why I don't like them overall. But, I mean, yeah, I am happy that it's not just, I don't know. Part of me is happy that you don't have to connect to the internet every single time you want to play these things. But what these key cards stand for in general, I'm just not a fan of it. It's the principle of these things that I don't like at all. Even if it's a good thing that you don't have to connect to the internet every single time you want to play, right? That's one thing. Even if they're not tied to an account and you can resell them, still, they're not on the cartridge. Based on principle alone, I just don't like them. But yeah, for me personally, I knew about all these features. Probably the most important question out of this survey is question 3. It is 3 of 3. This is the last one, so it's a pretty short survey. So here it is. After reading the explanations above, if there is a game keycard and a digital release for a game that you wish to buy, which will you choose? Please select the option that aligns with your thinking. A, I will try to buy the game keycard as much as possible. B, if anything, I'd say I'll go with the game keycard. C, can't say which, not sure. D, if anything, I'd say I'll go with the digital version. Or E, I will try to buy the digital version as much as possible. So yeah, what I'm basically seeing here is that these answers are kind of symmetrical, right? You have, I love this, I like this, neutral, like, love, right? It's laid out in a symmetrical way. When it comes to key cards, you love them, like them, When it comes to just going pure digital, you love them, you like them, and then you're neutral for either of them. So this is probably the most time I'm going to spend on the video is just from question 3 alone. So yeah, so basically what I'm thinking here, what I'm reading into this as, or this is how I'm reading into it, is unfortunately my first impressions of this survey were, is it going to be a survey about game keycards versus physical media, right? Like when I first heard about a game keycard survey, I thought they were going to pit it against physical media. That's what I originally thought it was, right? Like, you know, say for example, you know, we got Mario Kart World. We got Cyberpunk, right? And has the Phantom Liberty DLC included, right? Amazing stuff. You have Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma, right? And even inside it has, I got my receipt in here. I just like to keep them. But then you have an actual physical booklet for this game, right? It's absolutely incredible, right? This is physical media right here at its finest. This is what I'm talking about. But yeah, basically what's happening here is the survey isn't about digital versus physical. It's about, if you like digital media, how do you want it? Do you want it to be from the comfort of your own home, or do you want to go out in retail and get game key cards? That's essentially what's happening here. It's not a physical versus digital survey. It's, if you're going to have digital and we're going to push physical away, like, oh no, it's gone. Physical is just out of here, right? Let's say physical is no more and digital is the only thing that's standing. In what form would you want it? That's what the survey is. It's not physical versus digital. It's digital versus digital. That's what it is, right? If we were left with digital media only, in what form would you want it, right? Do you want to do it at the comfort of your own home? You know, you tie your credit card to your account and you just download games from your couch, just directly from the eShop, no mediator at all? Or would you rather go to retail and get the game key card if there is a key card release of the game? That's what they're saying here. Originally, I thought to myself, oh, cool, yes. Oh, we're going to have a survey. It's going to be physical versus digital. We're going to be able to voice our opinions. Sadly, no.
Mission failed. We'll get 'em next time.
So once again, it's just yet another step moving away from physical media, and it's just bad. I'm not sure if this survey is going to be sent to other parts of the world, but listen, even if I get this survey over here in Canada, I don't even know if I want to participate in it because I don't want digital, right? I want physical games. I want Rune Factory. I want Cyberpunk. I want Mario Kart World, right? And, you know, soon to come Donkey Kong and the Switch 2 version of Mario Party. Like, I want physical games. I want to be able to have the game on the cartridge. Like, I don't understand why this is so hard to fathom. Apparently, when it comes to sales of these key cards, they are lower than what their lowest estimates were. People that are higher up, their lowest estimates for game key card sales, the sales for them were actually lower than that. So it seems to me like we have spoken. I know it's a little over a month that the Switch 2 has been out, so a lot more can happen easily. But yeah, the sentiment is that people don't really like them. People don't like key cards. They're not selling. They barely are. Get it through your heads, guys. It's not happening. You're not gonna, like, they're not gonna sustain much, right? There's already a time limit for these things anyways. Like, it doesn't matter if it's 10 to 15, like, there's already a time limit for these things regardless. But you're already seeing it. They're not being sold. It's not happening. Before I cut the video off, I just want to look at some comments on this subject. I'm not gonna like show anyone's username or anything like that. I'm just gonna show these comments, and you know, these people are gonna remain anonymous, I guess. I don't know. I mean, if you post online, I guess it's not bad if I do that, but I don't know. I'm not gonna show the usernames anyway. It's fine. One comment here says, their intentions are really clear in these questions. I can only hope that consumers choose to support game key cards in this survey, because if they are phased out, that only brings us ever closer to an all-digital future, which is not a good thing at all. With game keycards, we still have the power to get our refunds on games that we don't like or need. Obviously, provided we don't exceed the usual 30-day period at most stores. I know my Target allows refunds on games even if they're opened. I don't have Target here where I live, so I wouldn't know about that. But yeah, what this person is saying is that, you know, you have some control, at least. That's what the general sentiment is. If we go all digital, then it's bye-bye refunds, and you'll be stuck with your purchase. That's a no-go. It's not that I don't understand what this person is saying. I get what this person's saying. I completely get it. But you're comparing it to the worst possible scenario, right? We have physical media, right? That's what this is. Over here, we have digital, right? On this side, we have true physical media. On this side, we have digital media, and then there's this really, really weird, awkward in-between where we have key cards, right? What this person is saying is, well, if physical media were to die, let's compare all digital to key cards, you know, this weird in-between. This is better than this. And it's like, listen, I get that this is better than this, but I don't want that. I want, where are my hands? I want physical media, right? Obviously, if you were to compare this awkward in between, right? If we were to compare traditional digital media with this awkward in between, of course I'm going to pick the awkward in between because at least there is some control there. But ultimately what I want is physical media, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying right now, right? If I were to choose between these, you know, these two things, yeah, I would choose this weird middle ground, but ultimately I want this. Ultimately, I want these games. I want Cyberpunk. I want Guardians of Azuma. I want Mario Kart, right? This is ultimately what I want. I'm on this side, okay? I don't want digital. If I have the choice. That's what I'm saying. I get what this person's saying. I completely understand it. But if I have a choice at all, I want physical media. That's what I want. Right? That's what I'm telling you. Right? And then the second comment that I'm going to read has everything to do with what I just said. Wow, this is such a horrendously bad survey. The issue isn't digital versus game key. It's whether to actually have the games, your freaking games, on your physical media or not. This makes them seem even more oblivious than I previously assumed. So this survey doesn't really mean much, right? Like I said before, even if I were to get this survey in Canada, I don't think I'm going to really participate in it because it's not advocating for a physical future. It's just, hey, if you're completely over and you have digital or this weird in between, what would you choose? That's what this survey is asking, right? Do you know what these key cards are prior to this survey? Do you know how they work? And if you had a choice between this weird in between and all digital, what would you choose? So, I don't know, man. It's not looking good. This survey doesn't help me in any way, shape, or form. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. So, assuming that this is only in Japan right now, you know, assuming that it's translated and this is actually what it says, if this is real, which I wouldn't be surprised if it was, yeah, this isn't looking good. I'm pretty upset. So yeah, I don't care if we get the survey here. I'm just not going to participate in it. It's not going to help me. It's not going to help me at all. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know about that. Wanted to see what you guys thought about it. Personally, I'm very upset, and I'm going to continue my very best, or I'm going to continue and I'm going to do my very best to support these traditional releases. Next up is Donkey Kong Bonanza and the Switch 2 version of Mario Party. And I'm going to try and keep on going strong. I'm going to try and pace myself accordingly so I don't spend too much money and I, can't pay every month for my bills and all that. So, yeah, so that's it. I think I explained everything that I needed to explain. I will see you guys next time, whether that be a video or what. Yeah, I'll see you guys then, folks.